In presentation, as in life, we are not always given time to prepare. In the professional world, we see this in the Q&A sessions that happen after panel discussions or pitches. In the regular communications world, we see this with every conversation, with every question, every idea, every perspective that we need to respond to quickly and effectively or risk losing our credibility. In formal presentation training, this is something that is called impromptu speaking, or speaking where you have less than 30 seconds to prepare a response to a topic and then 1 to 2 minutes to deliver that response. Now, this is challenging for a few reasons. One, with very little time to prepare, you need to come up with the information required to fill a 1 to 2 minute presentation, which can be a surprisingly long period of time. Two, once you have that information, you now need to put it together into a cohesive, compelling presentation. Three, you have to push back the adrenaline and the fight or flight instinct in order to articulate that information in an environment which is just that much more uncomfortable than the regular presentation environment where you have adequate time to prepare. Now, these are things that many speakers find challenging, and in many ways, it divides the herd between speakers who are the most compelling and who are at the height of their craft and the speakers who aren't. And it does this because oftentimes in a formal presentation, it is not the talk itself that connects best with the audience. It is how the speaker answers questions after that talk that allows them to reach that dialogue with their audience in the most compelling fashion. So we need to come up with a way to maximize our capacity as a speaker by learning to maximize our ability to interact with the impromptu. And we do this through a few methods. Today, we're going to look at the first, how we can go through bringing that information that we need to the forefront at the beginning of an impromptu scenario. And this comes down to how we understand memory. Now, whenever you take in any piece of information, you take in that information in the full context of the environment that surrounds it. Sights, smells, sound, the pieces of information that sandwich it if you're reading from a textbook. All of that comes into play in determining how we take in that piece of information. This is why, given any of those outside environmental stimuli, we can recall pieces of information that we might have thought lost to us just by merit of smelling a certain smell or hearing a certain sound. But this is a two-way street. It works in the other direction as well. Now, given a topic, we are able to pull in the pieces of the environment that surrounded us when we were given any information relevant to that topic. When you're given an impromptu, your mind has the potential to be flooded with information around that topic based upon the context in which you got information relevant to that topic. The challenge is that most people find that difficult to do under the standard of the discomfort that exists with the impromptu environment. So what we need to do is find a way to train our memory to interact with information more quickly and efficiently and draw that information together. The method that I recommend for doing this is find yourself a random word generator online. Once you found that random word generator, go through a number of words in turn. With each word, take 30 seconds or less and write down as many ideas as come to mind associated with that word. This is an oversimplified version of how you pull in information for the impromptu, but it is important because it helps train your mind to interact more quickly with knowledge, with topics as they arise. Over time, reduce the amount of time that you have to come up with however many topics can come to mind based upon the given word. What you'll find is that as you continue to practice, as you continue to progress, you have an opportunity to draw in more and more pieces of information. And you may even be surprised at what you associate with a given word or what you are capable of remembering. The next step, which we'll cover in our next vlog, is how to parse that information into manageable quantities and then build it into a cohesive presentation.